Today is April 28, 2026. It is 4:54 a.m. This is video number 3. Video number 1 was on IP Team Sussex. I spoke a little bit about Charles coming to the US, some other things. And video number 2, I spoke about some videos that the squad were talking about Harry and Meghan in Australia. In this video, we're going to focus on Angelina Jolie and Zahara. If you go on IP Team Sussex, my other channel, there's a video that I did where it highlighted Angelina Jolie's daughter, Zahara's speech. Okay? So, I think that was okay, I need to add to the list. But anyway, first tweet. Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt's daughter, Zahara, shared a sweet speech honoring her mom during an Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority event at Spelman College, where she studied in 2022. All right, so let's listen. It's 1 minute and 13 seconds. Screenshot in between.
Angelina Jolie's daughter, Zahara, is sharing insight into their special relationship. The 21-year-old was joined by the Eternals actress during an Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority event at Spelman College, where she detailed the value of mother-daughter bonds, specifically the one she has with her own mom. As she says in a clip from a speech shared to X on April 26th, it felt challenging to find the words. Not challenging because I don't value it, but because my mom and I have a unique, almost kindred relationship that can be hard to put into words. Nodding to her 2005 adoption, when Angelina and ex Brad Pitt adopted her during a trip to Ethiopia at the time, the college student notes that the love she and her mother share is a quote found one. She continues, "I was adopted at 6 months old and given some of the most special and loving people as my siblings, with a mom who raised us on the value of helping others, being kind, and always striving for growth as people. As Zahara puts it, I am grateful to have a role model show me what it looks like to be a decent human being."
It's done. First thing, I'm glad she highlight the fact that she was adopted. Okay, so that's one thing, and she's not running away from it. And obviously, there's no way she could run away from it. It's documented, and the kind of treatment she has from her mother, from Angela. Many people will say many different things because of what they see in the media, the facade of things, but those kids are in the background. They live the day-to-day aspect of things. You cannot fake your life with your children every day, so they get to see it. So how will I say that? Her aura, Angela's aura, is translated into her children, and I think each one of them are pursuing their own path, and from the outside, it seems like she's supporting her kids to pursue their own interests. One of her children, her biological children, I think is a dancer or something like that. So I've seen a couple of videos here and there about her, the daughter, who's the dancer, doing her thing. So they're supporting her in whichever way. And I'm just happy for them. If the kids are happy, I'm happy for them. All right, so that's that. Let me read some of those things here. Whatever is here. Bottom up. Stop including Brad Pitt. He traumatized them. I don't want to get into that. Let me leave that alone. And the topic, if you go on my video on IP Team Sussex, the video where Zahara was speaking, she was talking about the mother-daughter type of thing. Because there's some comment I have read where they're saying, oh, why she didn't include the father and all that. But the thing was about mother-daughter. Okay? So if it was about father and daughter, maybe they would have included and asked Brad Pitt, can you come in and whatever. So they have their own respective relationship. All right, you omit, okay, maybe it's this one. You can omit Brad Pitt. He abused those kids, and Angie, it's weird including him. He is not in those kids' life. Okay, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. So I'm gonna leave that alone. It's Angelina Jolie's daughter, Zahara Jolie. Don't know why you even mentioned domestic abuser Brad Pitt, because no one mentioned him at the event. Okay, I then hear from the audio. Brad Pitt didn't even know Zahara was going to Spelman until a reporter told him he is not in his children's lives. He's even worse than a deadbeat. Okay, you could pause and read. I'm gonna leave that alone because I don't know. Okay, it might be true, but I don't know. So I wanna leave that alone. I wanna focus on Zahara's thing, and each of those kids are pursuing their own thing, and the thing was about mother and daughter. So I'm glad that Angela Jolie went and support her. And you didn't see any, well, maybe there was, I don't know, from the clips that I saw. This is the normalcy many of the celebrities are looking for. Support their kids privately, and then I think the people who were in that event gave her that privacy. Okay? Yes, your kids, your daughters are there. They came and support their children in college. It's a huge achievement. So she wanted that normalcy. I don't know, but I would assume that normalcy. You didn't see people flaunting cameras in her face and all of that. Yes, there were some pictures out there. So I'm sure all the parents were taking pictures along with their children and all of that. But the key thing here, I think that normalcy, that ease, that being human, supporting her daughter, and she was there to do that, and she got that. So that's the only aspect I will say from that point of view. Next one. This is the part I just found, and I wasn't looking for it, but I saw it, I added. Okay, Angela Jolie spoke at the Pearls of Purpose Foundation and Nu Lemba Omega chapter of AKA's Mother and Daughter Special Luncheon in Atlanta. Angela and Zahara are the event special guests. All right, 36 seconds.
Support brilliant young minds for hosting this mother-daughter luncheon and taking the time to celebrate this very special bond, one of life's most beautiful relationships. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you for allowing us this moment to share with you and together. It's one I'm sure we will never
Alright, so that's that. Let's see it. Oh, there was no comment. This is extra. Angela and Z in Atlanta today at the Mother and Daughters Luncheon. This is one of the best picture I've seen online about it. And whoever, probably a phone recording. So, hey, I have to say thank you for even able to see it if that person then recorded. Alright, so there's that here. And I think that's how other network have known about it. Other than that, if people like this person, whoever recorded it, I don't know if it's this person in particular, but whoever literally who was in the room recorded it and share it, we would not know it happened, and then network have pick up on it. And myself. But this is one of the clearer picture of the event that I've seen. Alright, so there's all of that. Let me focus on my list. Next one. To hear Zahara's speech, go on App Team Sussex. I have it. It's there. Next one. So there's other things here. Angela Jolie having a real conversation with Bethsheba Aram at the Pearls of Purpose Foundation and aka Lmaoo Mother's Daughter Special Luncheon in Atlanta. I was trying not to fangirl over Zahara, of course. Alright, so let's listen. 31 seconds, and there's her speech here.
So you got the pictures, right?
moved and impressed by your work. I'm so wishing that I know it. I'm going to learn it now. I'm going to really study your work, and I look forward to being in touch.
That's
So really, just work here.
thank you. That's a big honor. Thank you for adopting children.
I thank them for accepting me.
So it's so amazing to meet you. Yes, so great to meet you.
Can I get a pose for a photo? I know it's a lot fast.
I like what she said, the last part here.
Yes, so great to meet you.
Can I get a pose for a photo?
Okay. But,
I thank them for accepting me.
that's
It's
it.
so amazing.
I thank them for accepting me. I think she had adopted all of the kids first before she had her own. Let me look this up. Oh my God, I'm already 10 minutes. Okay, so I was almost right, but not completely right. My question to Google was, did Angela Jolie adopted all of her kids before having her biological children? The answer is no. Angela Jolie did not adopt all of her children before having biological children with Brad Pitt. She adopted her first two children, Maddox and Zahara, okay, before the third of their first biological child, Shiloh, but she adopted their third child, Pax, after Shiloh was born. Okay, so that's where in the middle. Okay, so there's that here. Okay, Medas Chauvin adopted 2002. Zahara adopted in 2005. Okay, Maddox was first, and then Zahara was second, and then Shiloh, that's the biological, 2006. Pax in 2007, and Knox and her two biological, the twins, in 2008. Okay, so the two adopted were first, Maddox and Zara, and then Shiloh, her biological. This is where this one come in the middle here. All right, but all of them are pursuing their own thing. All right, so that's that. She had twins later on. All right, so that's that. Let's go to the next tweet. I'm not finished with this. She has a speech. Let's listen.
Of course, I want to thank our distinguished guests and keynote speakers, Ms. Zahara and Angelina Jolie. I was trying not to fangirl like, ah! Over Zahara, of course. Of course.
That was nice. Okay, so that's that. Let's go to the next tweet. Okay, so these are some pictures. Angela Jolie has raised amazingly normal children. They all seem to be studying something and they are thriving. That's the thing. Yes, they are also generally private kids. My favorite always been Zahara. I just love her connection with Angie. Look at the joy. Yeah, they all are having their own, pursuing their own thing. There's that here. The connection. All right, any comment? There's that. I always forget Zahara is adopted because she almost looked like her mama. I don't know about that. It's wonderful to see. It's not easy growing up in that fishbowl. That is true. She brainwashed. Brainwashed what? I think she's the thrive to learn, to broaden, because she travel. I'm talking about Angela. I do not follow her. I don't know her personally, but I have seen things online. Okay, especially when she had married that guy, and there's issues with the blood carrying on the necklace back, I don't know, 90s or something like that. So I think as she traveled, she was from the outside, of course, looking in. As she traveled with her work and things like that, broaden her mind, seeing other cultures, seeing things, because many of these people, they sheltered in their confinement of their families' bubble, and their families made them seem like the world is perfect. But once they go outside of that bubble and they see things, they thrive to learn and see things, I don't know, and try to contribute to the imbalance that was going on and make it balance. And she instilled in them what she feels that will be right, and at the same time I think she learned from them. And the other thing as well, if I'm not mistaken, I think she tried to connect the kids, the adopted kids, with their respective countries. I read that somewhere. Let me pause and wait. Oh my God, that video is gonna be longer than I thought. All right, so I didn't really find it on Google. This is what I wrote on Google. Did Angela try? I guess I should have put Jolie. Angela Jolie. Maybe it will come. But I went on ChatGPT. Jolie. Did I pronounce it correctly or spell it correctly? Angela Jolie. Alright, so now that I put the last name. Alright, did Angela Jolie try to have tried to have her adoptive kid connect with their respective cultures. Angela Jolie adopted her children through international agencies following legal protocols in Cambodia, Ethiopia, and Vietnam rather than connecting with their culture before adopting. That's not what I'm looking. It's like after their adoption. After their adoption, and she wants those kids to not forget where they come from. That's what I meant. All right. So Maddox from Cambodia, Zahara, Ethiopia. Okay. So Google give me a different response that I was looking for. Let's go on ChatGPT. Let me see what ChatGPT said. And I vote, did Angela try to have her adopted kids before connected with the... Oh, that's not what I... Okay. Yes, based on her own public comment, Angela Jolie said she actively tried to make sure her adopted children stay connected to their birth cultures from early on, not only later in life. Even though I wrote the question wrong, but ChatGPT gave me the answer that I was looking for. All right, so the answer is yes. She has spoken about honoring the roots of her adopted children, Maddox Jolie, Cambodia, Zahara Jolie, Ethiopia, and Pax Jolie, Vietnam. Jolie said they had flags over their beds, learned about each other's culture, ate foods from those countries, and made visits back to their countries of origin. I remember that part. Okay? She also said children adopted internationally must never lose touch with where they came from, and that parents should honor and learn from those roots. So the answer appeared to be yes. She publicly described making culture connection a priority early in their upbringing. This is the exact thing I was looking for, even though I typed the question wrong. That's exactly what she tried to have those kids not to forget where they come from. So that's a very good point from going there. And if I'm not mistaken as well, I think one of the boys from Jolie is doing some charity work or something like that. Oops, I didn't want to go to it. If I find the answer, I'll share it with you. Other than that, I'll just move on. I type on ChatGPT. Did one of Angela Jolie's adopted boys does humanitarian work with his home of birth? The answer is yes. Maddox, Angela Jolie's eldest adopted son from Cambodia, is the one most publicly associated with humanitarian and development work tied to his birth country. Angela Jolie created what became the Maddox Foundation in Cambodia, named after him. The organization focuses on community development, environmental conservation, education, health, and local leadership in Cambodia. The foundation states it has worked with Cambodian communities for over 20 years and is locally run. Okay, you guys could look more into it. Maddox has also been publicly connected to Cambodia through film work. He served as an executive producer on First They Killed My Father. Okay, on First They Killed My Father, the 2017 film about the Khmer Rouge, era in Cambodia, directed by Angela Jolie. Reports said he was involved in production meetings and gave notes on the script. So while he is relatively private, yes, Maddox is the adopted son most clearly linked to humanitarian and cultural work connected to his country of birth, Cambodia. I don't know what to say. Even though I don't follow Angela Jolie, there's little thing here and there that I learned. She did a wonderful job. Adopted those kids and kept them connected with their home birth, and then with that knowledge, with that privilege she gave them, and now they're going back and make a difference. All right, so let's go to the next tweet. I'm really touched by this. We could have, our own viewpoint of Angela. She did a wonderful job. All right, so there's this here. I'm old enough to remember Angela Jolie getting a lot of shit in the media for adopting a black baby. As an adopted child, I think that the most you can ask for in this situation is what this child is describing: curiosity, letting her explore her roots and staying curious and gracious with her. All right, so since the speech is there, let me share it again with you. But I already have it. For the sake of this video, there it is. All right, Zahara on superhero. Oh, let's pause. Superhero she always look up to. She's the most selfless. Well, the others as well. Loving and understanding woman who I get to call my mom. I'm a strong woman because a strong woman raised me. All right, so let's listen.
Development and mentorship with young girls. I also have the pleasure of serving as the Vice President of the Student House chapter. When asked to speak with girls today on the value of mother-daughter relationships, it felt challenging to find the words. Not challenging because I don't value it, but because my mom and I have a unique, almost kindred relationship that can be hard to put into words. Our love for each other is a found one. I was adopted at 6 months old and given some of the most special and loving people as my siblings, with a mom who raised us on the value of helping others, being kind, and always striving for growth as people. These values may sound simple, but in a world where kindness is overlooked and helping others comes at a cost, I am grateful to have had a role model to show me what it looks like to be a decent human being. For any daughters in the room, you may know the feeling of seeing your mom as a superhero and not knowing how she does it. This is something I've been trying to understand my whole life. She's the most selfless, loving, and understanding woman who I get to call my mom. When I got accepted into Common College, I knew there would be a big change in my life and I would learn things about myself that only a space like this could teach me. This is also true for my initiation into Alpha Kappa Alpha in the fall of 2023. Not being a legacy of either, I felt the weight of these two prestigious organizations in my life and how they would help me to create my own legacy. Early on, I realized it would be challenging to include my mom and family in these roles without being able to directly share with them. With the addition of the public life that we live, it can be hard to find those special and intimate moments without being overwhelmed with the many eyes that are on us. This has never stopped my mom from being curious about all that I'm learning, in and outside of my classroom at Spelman, and having many understandable questions about sorority life and my experiences. My family embraced the newness and strive to understand these meaningful organizations in my life as I share my experiences and their history. I even get to introduce them to terminology like line sisters and CV.
It continues.
I'm reminded of the women that came before me at Spelman and within Alpha Kappa Alpha that use their unique perspectives to educate, to lead, all while being gracious and courageous. Growing up, getting to witness the work that my mom does globally, as well as directed to young girls and women, it goes without saying that it has rubbed off on me and my aspirations. As the oldest sister, I often took that second mother role that many of us older sisters are familiar with. I love caring for my younger siblings and mirroring the care and compassion my mom showed us. This followed me into college as I found myself drawn to mentorship roles and positions where I could actively, positively impact my peers or my younger fellow sisters. Being able to be that one smiling face in a world where we often ignore small acts of kindness. Now serving as the Vice President of the chapter, I am constantly reminded why we do the work we do and to make our community better, and how working with intellectual and capable young women is a cherry on top. Through my matriculation, I have witnessed the joys and challenges that come with mentorship and the importance of having positive role models. We all know that we do not get where we are based solely on our merit. I think back to a quote I saw years ago that said, I am a strong woman because a strong woman grows me. Thank you, Mom. Majoring in psychology with a minor in education.
So she's majoring in psychology with minor in educational study. Like I've said, psychology is not easy. I took the basic of basic 101. I find it hard. All right, so there's that. I love how eloquent and smart she is. Also, Angela getting emotional at the end. I know. All right, so the video is very grainy, but there it is here. All right, let me pause and make sure I don't skip anything. All right, so this is the next tweet. All right, this video, I didn't expect it to be too long. All right, next one. There's different part here. This moment, this look. That's the part I was looking for, but it's only 5 seconds. Or I already put the speech. That's the one I was looking for, and then I ended up coming across the speech. It's only 5 seconds, but this is so beautiful. It's like a reversing of the role where now it's Angela in a new unfamiliar environment, and Zahara reassuring her that you've got this. I love their relationship. I love that. Such a beautiful way to frame it. All right. So that's that. Let's go to the next tweet. It's very hard to see some positive things on the internet. Okay, I'm not gonna play this again, but let me focus on the caption and maybe okay. So there's no comment. It's just this. Thinking about how Angie always. Oh, let's pause so I don't get flagged. Thinking about how Angie always loved and praised her mom so much, and now her granddaughters are doing the same for her. It's all about the seed that we plant. As Sama that said to her, it says a lot about you. Yeah, I thought that was nice. All right, I'm not gonna play the video again. And only one comment. It says this. All right, next week. You know what came to mind? I'm thinking of Drew Barrymore. Drew Barrymore. She was raised by her mom. When you hear certain things that she said about her mom, it wasn't really that much in a positive. But if Angela was not doing a good job with her kids and coming full circle and understanding the process, the hard work behind her upbringing, we would have heard of it from her, because no one is forcing her to say what she says. So I think she took a long time. It may not be a long time, but the connection and how much Angela have done for her. All right, so that's this here. I'm so sensitive, damn it, laughing my ass off. So that's different quote that Zahara has said in her speech. All right, I'm a strong woman because a strong woman raised me. Thank you, Mom. Zahara Jolie. Next one. I thought her name was Zahara Jolie Pitt. She got both of whatever. Okay, in a world where kindness is overlooked and helping others comes at a cost, I am grateful to have had a role model to show me what it looks like to be a decent human being. Very simple, but it says a lot. Just the basic of decent human being is so freaking rare in this world that we're going in. I hope more of this is happening. This is the seed that Angela is creating, and eventually she's gonna spread. Zahara is gonna spread that love and understanding further. All right, let me not bring her here. Okay, my mom and I have a unique, almost kindred relationship that could be hard to put into words. So there's that. That's nice. All right, so that said, there's no comment. Let's go to the next tweet. I have one more and then we are done. Okay, what is this here? All right, this one is okay. I don't want to bring things that will create. Oh, so there's her speech. I think I played it already.
Young minds for hosting this mother-daughter luncheon and taking the time to celebrate this very special bond, one of life's most beautiful relationships. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you for allowing us this moment to share with you and together. It's one I'm sure we will never
I think Angela was a bit nervous here. Look at that picture. Mother-daughter magic. There's that here. That's nice. It's that normalcy that I see here that she tried to hello VentTMZ. Okay, let me not get into the negative. All right, so I have one more. Let me focus back on my list. All right, it's amazing that we've watched her kids grow up and we really haven't heard them speak much at all, let alone about their relationship with Angie. The day they're all in one place to speak about her, I don't think the tea will stop. All right. I kind of dream about that day. I don't know if it will ever come, but I so wanted to. The day they all say this is what really happened and this is what mom did to love us, to protect us, to give us everything we needed. No matter what the world said, this is what we know. All right, bro, why would you even say this? Zahara said a mouthful. Yeah, she did say. I think so too. All right. These was that Jennifer Lopez? Okay, I don't want to go into that. All right, this is my last one. This has absolutely nothing to do with the full topic of this video. The reason I put it because there was a video I shared of a native, could be the same lady, I don't remember, where she was swimming in the water with her baby. All right, and I saw this and I thought I shared. Everything in this video fascinates me, her beauty, his cuteness as he pays attention to everything the nature. All right, let's watch. Watch it, I'm thinking this is the simplicity of life. The system try to destroy the simplicity of life. I don't know. It's like as I watch this, I'm thinking the origin, the foundation of things. Well, besides the motorboat, it used to be just rowing, you use your own power. But the simplicity of life. That's all. That's all. Okay, who is that? Folks, Natarina Wapi is not AI. She is an indigenous woman who shares her daily life on her Instagram. I probably will follow her. Let me go look. Okay, so I'm on Instagram. Looks like As Ever has something. So she's there. Let's watch the As Ever thing. Oh, that's it. Okay, so she has new products. There's the candle. That was posted like 3 days ago. But the thing I'm searching for, I'm done with the As Ever thing since it was there. So I copied this. So this is her. Yeah. The simplicity of life. So that's the video we saw. I just showed you. There's the baby here. I'm going to follow her because the simplicity of life, people tend to forget it. Let me see if I see the other video that when she was swimming, I think it was her swimming with the baby. I wish more people like her post their everyday thing like this because we completely disconnect. The disconnection with indigenous people, it's off the scale. I absolutely love it. There she is fishing. But the thing is that when other people, let's say the white community, goes to those indigenous places, they disrespect the land. I don't see the video. So there she is here. Oh, nope, that's not the swimming. Let me pause. If I see that other video that I've shared already, I'll share it with you. Let me pause. So I'm going to follow her. First, let me follow her to show you that I follow her. I'm following her. Follow. And then if I come across the video where she's swimming with the baby, I'll share it with you. Let me pause. All right. I do not see it. I'm at the beginning. Let me see. When was this posted? 216 weeks ago. 2019. So she started December 11, 2019. So that was her very first post. So I wish more people, indigenous people, post their stuff because the thing that we are seeing online and the mainstream media is doing, that's not the way. We need to go back to the roots. So I wish more people will share this type of thing. So I'm following her now, and if I see stuff about her, I'll definitely will share it with you. All right. So I didn't see the video. Maybe it was another person. Let me see. Where's the search? Because there were others. So I'm following her. Let me pause this. There is other one. This. Let's see this one. Random. Is that her again? Could be. 42,600. Okay, let me pause. I need to stop the video. I don't see it, but as I'm scrolling through some of her posts, the thing that came to mind, like when I go camping, these are the things that I want to experience and then go, for a few days and then go back to my regular life. Again, I wish more I just hope indigenous people just share their life, their experience, their culture, because the mainstream media is just trying to disconnect people from the land. Instead put manufactured stuff and corrupt those young people's mind. And if we are not from those part of the land, if we do go and visit, they welcome us. Respect their land, respect their culture, learn from them instead of disrespecting them. That's all. All right. So please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. That is it. Now it's 5:45. I need to start editing. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.